A guy came on Twitter, and then he began a thesis. You know, sanctimonious and pious people know how to stir people's emotions. He began a thesis. He said, I am a Christian, Olive and I. He said, but there is no way I am going to get married without cohabiting with the sister first. Oh, yes. How did he begin? I am a what? You know the problem, we don't know who a Christian is. And then when people came and said, Oga, cohabiting is fornication. He said, that's not what I mean. I don't mean that the lady will come and stay in my house. I mean she will be coming some weekends. Jadabosh. He said, how can I marry somebody I have not seen? I want to see her when she wakes up. I want to see her without the makeup. I want to see how she behaves around the house. It sounds very sweet. It's the craving of a heart that does not know that in this kingdom you have a father and his words are what? Lord. You don't argue it. I told you that when he gives you laws and he gives you commandments, it's an act of love, it's an act of wisdom, it's an act of mercy. He knows that that is the only way to protect and to preserve your soul. So you will come and wear your t-shirt. Cook in your kitchen. Meanwhile, you are a scientist, you are an observer, you are conducting research. You are trying to write your PhD thesis. Your master's project is discover Irene before I marry her. So she has to come and do IT in your house. After she has washed the pot, you say, and so you get the wash pot for me. You know, Sabi wash pot. Then when she has done IT to a certain point, you will also check. Because you need to find out if both of you are sexually compatible. Because there are people who have collars and who have titles, who are teaching that part of the things that are important for the survival of a marriage is sexual compatibility. So don't marry somebody that you are not sexually compatible with. So how am I going to check if she does not come to do weekend? So we need to check. We need to check whether she has prowess in delivering sexual satisfaction. Then when we check and we are not satisfied, we now drive Irene and bring in Amaka for another specimen check. Because you have to have enough statistics to be able to write your thesis. I don't have problem with the foolish boys that do it. It's the sisters that speak in tongues on Sunday that carry their bag. So where are you going? To my fiance's house to have weekend? My God! My God. And she speaks in tongues. Then other sisters that speak in tongues will come under and say, God, when? God, when? They are talking about immorality and they are waiting for their turn. There's a long line to enter immorality. The problem is that they don't know that Peter said, throughout, give me an LT. He says, throughout your pilgrimage here, conduct your life how? In fear. There are things that you don't even know that the judge is looking at right now. If he doesn't show you mercy and highlight it, you might be in trouble. That's why men like David said, they prayed, they said, search me. Search me, Lord. See if there be any wicked way, and then lead me on the path, what? Everlasting.